Is that you, Axel?
What? No, Court. It's me. Hi. We've been here for like 10 minutes. I get it. Look, it must be all the ice cream today.
The ice cream is very tasty. And I mean, you really can't blame me. It's hard for me to keep all the characters straight, let alone the games.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts universe is really complex.
No. I'm talking about all the games in the Frost Fatales event we have starting in just a few minutes we've been talking about.
That's true. That's right. Oh my gosh, it's already that time of year. Welcome everyone to Frost Fatales 2023. Yay! This is an all-women charity speedrunning event hosted by GameSun Quick. I am kungfufruitcup and I am joined by Frozen Flagon, aka Court. We are so excited to be once again benefiting Malala Fund, an international nonprofit organization that advocates for women's education all around the world. You can learn more by going to malala.org. And now through March 4th, you can see a variety of speedruns run by women in the Frame Fatales community.
Yeah, it's always great to meet up with you, Fu, before the event starts to just talk about all the amazing runs we're excited to see this week. Plus, the ice cream doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's very true. So we have a nice assortment of flavorful blocks lined up for you this week with some tasty speedruns for you all to check out. Okay, first of all, we have our opening game, which I'm so excited for. It is Luigi's Mansion, a GameCube classic. This is a 100% run by Elite Spud, who will be collecting every Boo, Ghost Portrait, and even getting 100 million gold. So maybe Luigi can finally consider retirement? I don't know, he's done so much. This is my favorite category to watch, and I just can't wait to check it out later this evening.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see that soon. And I agree that 100% runs are just super fun to see how the route pays out. And, right after that, we have our first block, which is the tea block.
The tea block? Like drinking tea? I like English breakfast.
No, Fu. Like the letter T. So there's Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Twalt Twins Tower, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'd love to hear you all try and say that 3 times fast. And it's topped off with the Legend of Zelda, of course. The tea block.
Okay, the Legend of Zelda. I guess that fits. Look, I can't really argue with you, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So you all should get excited for the tea block. And it starts off with 2 puzzle games, Captain Toad by Happy Bear and Tall Twins Tower by Liz Star. I love seeing how the puzzle runners ensure they complete the levels correctly, but also optimizing it to make sure they go as quickly as possible. Then afterwards, Honey Bunny Kagome will be showing us what happens when you collect almost all of the curses in a Chaos Chamber run of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which will make a mix of a challenge run and a speed run. I'm super excited about.
That's really cool. Yeah, love to see that mix there. But we actually have more big hitters to close out the night. We've got Metroid Dread. We have Spyro Year of the Dragon from the Reignited series. And we have, of course, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, run by a very cool person.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Aqua is my favorite character in Kingdom Hearts.
Wait. Okay, Aqua's great, but I'm talking about you. Court here is going to be running Birth by Sleep. It's going to be great. As Aqua, we will say, Court will be playing as Aqua and using the command ability called Spell Weaver to help demolish all of the unversed enemies through the game. It's just going to melt everything. It's going to be great. Plus, this is a level 1 run, so absolutely one you don't want to miss today.
Oh, well, thanks, Stu. I'm so glad you're excited for Birth by Sleep. I am too, of course. But Saturday is another huge day you all don't want to miss, featuring a bunch of AAA games, but also some of my favorite indie speedruns. So with Tetris the Grandmaster now out on modern consoles, I know you all are going to be so excited to watch Eon's mastery of Tetris the Grandmaster. It is just so fantastic in less than 15-minute run. And later that day, we have an RTA run of Katana Zero Hard Mode by Modulati. Then right after, a TAS by Bartui. And it's so sweet. They're doing commentary for each other. It's adorable.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And on Saturday, we have the grand return of Super Metroid to Frame Fatales Marathon.
Super Metroid. That's going to be great. And, that's going to be shown off by our very own GDQ Hotfix showrunner, Fant_TV. Shout outs to GDQ Hotfix. And now this is a Club Nintendo % run. And if you haven't heard of that, you definitely need to stick around on Saturday to check it out. Plus, that's not the only unique category you'll see in the event this week.
Oh yeah, what's one you're excited to talk about?
Well, have you ever heard of Dark Souls 2 Soup %?
Soup? Did you Did you read that right on the schedule? Like the food, soup?
Yes, I know. I was confused too.
Tell me all about that.
Yes, but we have a Dark Souls 2 run. In this, we're going to have Very Berry Carry. Love the name. They're going to be coming in to see just literally how quickly they can get their hands on some soup. That's it. I mean,
I respect that.
Right?
I really do.
I love category extensions. I think they're super fascinating and fun. And I can't wait to see that one this Thursday evening.
I'm so excited for that. We have a few untraditional categories other places on the schedule. Like, it seems like some of our fatals are really feeling the love this event because we have 2 different marriage percent categories.
Oh, aw.
Yeah, it's adorable. So just like getting married is co-op in real life, we're going to see a 20-something loser and the Valiant Son do a 2-player glitchless marriage run of Stardew Valley Tuesday afternoon. It's going to be dairy adorable.
No, look, I don't know if I like that pun. It doesn't quite work for me. But anyway, the run's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And you said there were 2 marriage runs. What's the other one?
So you're not going to expect it, but it's actually Cult of the Lamb is the other marriage percent run. I know. So we all just got to tune in to watch that to see how the routing of that, how that category is going to go. And, it just makes sense that some of our members are just feeling the love, around Valentine's Day, this event.
That's true. That's really, really cute. Oh, also, don't forget about Zelda Skyward Sword harp percent by Variety Pack or Brianna Wu's Super Mario Advance Peach only run, which should be the sweetest on the schedule.
Oh, finally made it. Pokemon Coliseum, here I come.
Oh, hey, Char Bunny. Pokemon Coliseum. We have Olympus Coliseum nearby. Is that what you're looking for?
Olympus, is that like a new Pokemon? Oh, can I borrow it?
We don't really have any Pokemon here, just some ice cream. Is that helpful?
So vanillish. Sorry. I just really want to challenge the Pokemon Coliseum. It's a world of Pokemon where every battle is a doubles battle, so you need to think twice as hard to succeed. I even brought here. Char, try not to melt the ice cream, all right, buddy? I even brought something to help me out today. Are you ready for this? Are you?
I'm ready.
Uh-huh. 2 strategy
Oh my
guides.
gosh.
2 of them. Doubles battles.
Look, that's awesome. But it might be a little overkill, maybe. Because you could just go watch Swiftaloo's any percent run on Wednesday night instead.
Swiftaloo?
Uh-huh.
She's a Pokemon expert. She'll dismantle Team Cypher in no time. I can't wait to see her strategy so I can be a Pokemon champion one day too.
That's true.
Oh, but I can't be I can't do doubles battles if I only have 1 Pokemon.
Oh, look, a wild Glaceon appeared. And
Where
I
did that
just happened to
go?
wander on set. Oh, how convenient.
Seriously.
Well, maybe that can join you for your adventure.
Thank you.
And, speaking, we have this wonderful Pokemon here. We also have plenty of Pokemon and gaming-related prizes that are available so viewers at home can take some for their own adventures. So just be sure to go to GamesDoneQuick.com, click the prize tab, and you can see what fantastic prizes the community has come together and donated that you can win.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
All right, prizes. Char. Well, do you think you're ready for the run now?
Absolutely. I can't wait to be a real Pokemon trainer. Team Cypher, you're going down.
Bye. Wow, I think Charbunny and Nimona would really get along, don't you think?
Yeah, that's true. Good point. She's right, though. Wednesday's going to be another awesome day. We even get to see some Okami HD. I am so excited. You get to just run around as like a dog god who paints things. It's so fun. So we have Leg Goer of Echoes going to cream that any percent. It's going to be super good. I feel like Okami would have worked really well on Tuesday as well.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because it's Animal Block Day.
Day?
Yes, there's a whole day. Okay, we have a bunch of animal games that day, like Untitled Goose Game. We have Shepherd's Crossing that has a bunch of animals in it. And we have The Lion King Simba's Mighty Adventure. And we even have a bunch of Sonic games. So, lots of animals.
It's pretty impressive we made a whole day worth of animal games. And
right?
Yeah, that Sonic block is going to be fantastic. It's such a fun mix of Sonic speedruns we don't always get to see. It starts off with 2 Game Gear games, Tails Adventure and Sonic Triple Trouble. But I'm personally most excited for the Shadow the Hedgehog glitchless bid war. So Metal Map has been preparing all 3 routes, Dark, Hero, and Neutral, and it's up to what chat orders up with their donations, which category is going to be run.
That's awesome. Okay, I can't wait to see that. And it makes me think of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is also going to be in there. That's a childhood favorite of mine. I'm so excited to see that closing out our day with our second bonus game. It's going to be another bonus game. So make sure you go to gamesdonquick.com/donate to see that happen so you can see Katie Four and Co-Empathy, two of like the fastest hero story runners running that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was your favorite part of, playing Sonic games growing up?
I guess, I love the Chow Garden, but, I'm also a little sad that they didn't have, they bring back Big the Cat and like the fishing,
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. We actually do have a fishing speed run in the event.
Awesome. Okay.
It is a doozy, all right? So the Blue Marlin is 25 minutes of NES fishing fun. So the runner Karma promises us skilled boat maneuvers, intense chair wiggles, and hope for big fish. So I'm sold. I hope you all are too. And, alongside the Blue Marlin, we have ourselves a bit of a funny Fatals block on Thursday with goofy games like Tweety and the Magic Gems and a Commodore 64 run of Beyond the Forbidden Forest.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I am so pumped now for the funny block. I love when like GDQ does like the silly and awful blocks. Can't wait for us to have one of our own here on Frame Fatales. So good. It's like that and like rhythm games. There's like my top. They're so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Whoa, how did I get here? I was just floating peacefully through space.
Oh, hey, Metroid Crime. I'm so glad you made it here. That's awesome. It's glad to see you. It's always great to have more people here in the studio helping out run the event, but how did you make it here?
Well, so I'm going to assume that it's Metroid Crime, which is an amazing name. So clearly it should be something like, we said Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread.
No, not from there.
Okay, then my bad. You came from, Super Metroid. We talked about that.
No, actually it was V.
V?
V.
V?
V.
V?
Yeah, you got it. 6 Vs.
Oh, nice.
I heard something about rhythm games and I just followed the music and suddenly ended up here.
Oh.
And I will be running VVV, any percent glitchless on Friday. It's a 2D platformer with a great soundtrack that'll have you dancing all the way into the rhythm block. Starting with Spin Rhythm XD by Salkuth Mind. It's a bright and colorful game that I've heard described as patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. And the cherry on top is that it's going to be played on hard difficulty.
Oh, yes. It's so great to just see all of these rhythm games being played at such a high level. They're so much fun, and it can really make your head spin. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And speaking of spinning, we are going to have a double feature of Beat Saber. EBD03 will spin eternally with an Expert Plus showcase. And then it'll be followed up by Kung Fu Fruit Cup playing a ranked showcase.
Oh my gosh. Well, Crime and Fu, you both are going to do such a fantastic job with your runs. I know everyone here at the studio is going to be dancing alongside y'all.
Well, I got to go get practicing. I got to go get to practicing. So I am going to figure out how to warp out of here.
All right. Good luck out your Crime. See you later.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Wait, Fu!
What?
We didn't talk about the horror block.
That's a good point. Okay, well, you scared me enough to into it. All right, okay, when is that happening? Monday.
Okay.
I remember now. Everything is just flooded back to me. All right, we have a ton of scary games. It's going to be super fun. We even have one called Faith.
Aw, that's awesome.
I know, right? It's not actually about our mascot, but this is going to be chapter 3 in the popular indie game series. It's the closing chapter of the series, and we'll get to see ending 1 in a turbo % 2 times mode, which is going to be great. So
Cool.
Vin is going to be working hard to prevent the forces of darkness and demons and cultists and working to protect us all at twice the speed. Also, oh my gosh, Cutie is going to be in, ran by Pickle, and I'm so excited. It's so cute. I can't wait.
Cutie, that sounds adorable. We also have another surprisingly cute game around there called Satan Loves Cake being run by Joe Josie. It is a bite-sized Metroidvania, and it was actually a past Frame Fatales Game of the Month run. It's awesome.
That's super cool. I love that.
Yeah, and for those who love the horror classics, you're going to want to check out Silent Hill 3 and Resident Evil 2 back-to-back on Monday. It's gonna be awesome.
Nice. Yeah, okay, so we have some big hitters, some indie games. Those are going to be super fun. But fear not, everyone. We will be ending the day with more cuteness to help you sleep. That's right. We have our cute Kitty Hero coming in with some Stray. It's going to be awesome. I love it. Kitty goodness. We have Passeray jumping in to give us the full 100% unrestricted run, which includes getting all of, 6 badges and 27 memories. And this is going to include out of bounds skips and item duplication and wrong warping. I didn't know all of that was possible in Stray. It's wild, but I cannot wait to see it happen. It's going to be so good.
I completely agree. Okay, Fu. I know we're just about ready to actually start the event, but we can't leave without talking about our grand finale of Hollow Knight by Insomnia.
Love Hollow Knight.
So Insomnia is ranked 31 in any percent out of over 600 runs on the leaderboard. I know you all are going to be mesmerized by the movement, risky routing, and amazing combat as she races through Hollowness.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I mean, this is just going to be such an awesome week of our runs and raising money for charity and celebrating the Frame Fatales community. Everyone at home, make sure you're stocked up on pints of your favorite ice cream to go along with all the runs here at Frost Fatales 2023.
That's true. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited for this upcoming week. But for now, I'm going to let Court get to running this whole event, okay? Well, I take some time and go over and speak with Malala Fund CEO, Lena Alfi. Let's go. All right, and here we are once again. Hi, I'm kungfufruitcup. I feel like I just saw you all, but I am now here with Malala Fund CEO Lena Alfi. How are you doing, Lena?
I'm great. How are you? It's so nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. And we've spoken with Lena before at a previous Fatales event, which has been wonderful. And so it's very cool to see her now as CEO, doing lots of work, lots of amazing help all around the world. So I wanted to talk to you and ask you first about how your experience as CEO has been so far.
Well, I'm 6 weeks in and it's been great. I mean, it's funny, people told me when this role was going to start that my world was going to change overnight, and it like really did change overnight, but in such a great way. You know, it's funny when you're part of a team or a community or a organization or a company. I think this is, you know, relatable to anybody. You kind of only see your piece of the pie. Mm-hmm. And I'm in this really cool position now where I can see the whole pie and how all the different pieces work together and how all the different teams and partners. And so it's been awesome. It's been really rewarding to see. And it's just made me more proud of Malala Fund as an organization and the way we're going and the lives that we're touching. So I feel super privileged to be in this position.
I mean, that makes total sense. Like, again, I feel like that would be then maybe you could say it's one of the more rewarding things about entering into this kind of position. What would you say has been maybe one of the tougher or just more interesting, more complicated things to adjust to?
I think managing my schedule, but also like, you know, you have to wear a lot of different hats as a leader. So like every 30 minutes, I got to switch to a different topic and switch to a different topic. So by like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock when I'm signing off and trying to go hang out with my kids, I found that like my brain capacity is like pretty equivalent with my 4-year-olds, which ends up working out. So we talk about superheroes for a couple hours and my brain sort of rejuvenates. So it's been a bit of like, you know, just getting my brain, it's like a new muscle, right? Stretching and shifting topics really quickly and being able to be focused and give my full attention to whoever I'm talking to or whatever thing I'm focused on, which I think is probably like a quality for any leader. So that's been an interesting new sort of muscle to flex and try to grow and strengthen.
Yeah, I think it's a very useful one in a lot of different circumstances. So yeah, it's a good one to have and a good one to work on. Now then with Malala Fund now, what would you say are maybe some of your current or upcoming projects this year that you're excited about, that you really want to push for, things like that?
Oh gosh, so much I'm excited about.
1, 2, or 3.
I know. Okay, I will. I would say there's a lot of really cool work happening in our countries. There are elections coming up in India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. And so a lot of our champions in those countries are really working to try to push for education to be on the top of those agendas and to make sure girls' education isn't being left behind. And, you know, oftentimes with new administrations, things kind of reset, and making sure that girls' education stays at the heart of some of these discussions and that budgets are are allocating for it. So there's a lot of interesting new developments and movements that will happen in those countries as new administrations come in, and just to see where girls' education lands. So I know our team is doing a lot of really important work to make sure that girls aren't sort of left behind. And then we're also doing a really cool project where we're exploring this year how Malala Fund might be as a campaigner, like to run big campaigns around raising awareness on girls' education issues. And, there are lots of other organizations that are initiatives that might push like a hashtag or push a message. And like, we haven't done that much, but it's something we're going to explore if it's sort of in our wheelhouse to change how people think about girls' education and how they value it. And, we have so many incredible young followers who follow our work and from across so many different countries. And how do we bring them into this movement for girls? And how do we make everybody an activist and advocate for girls and care about girls' education? And so we're going to figure out if we can like flex that muscle and what that might look like this year. So I'm excited to see the results of that. And if we can really set the tone and change people's thoughts on how important it is for every girl to be able to have access to education.
Awesome. Agreed. So I don't know if there would be one ready to share, but do you have like a hashtag that you want us to use in relation to Malala Fund right now?
Oh gosh, we're not there yet. But we will have something probably in the next couple of months. So I'll share it with you and you can share it with the community.
So when that time is ready, where is the best place for people to look so that they can find the best information on Malala Fund and get those hashtags and get, see those campaigns?
Malala Fund's website, our Twitter, and our Instagram are probably the most active places. And we have a pretty cool big Twitter following and Instagram following. So I would say follow our channels on social media, and you will see anything we do there. And right now, we really try to use our channels to amplify the activists that we support in all of their movements. So if you really want to jump on a bandwagon now, there's lots of really cool movements happening in the countries where we work. And you can see that all on our social media, but we might end up exploring like a more global level campaign. And so keep an eye out, but yeah, our social is pretty active.
Awesome. Remind me how many countries again that you're currently working with?
We're in 9
countries at the moment. Okay. And I know that you've also had some recent time in Afghanistan, and have been excited to share some info and stories about that.
Yeah. So last August was when the Taliban took over Afghanistan again, which I'm sure lots of people followed. And there was a ton of movement of people trying to get out of the country who might have supported the US or might have supported, been outspoken for women's rights or girls' rights. So, of course, a lot of our partners who worked in Afghanistan at the time were big advocates for girls' education. And with the incoming Taliban, who are now in control, their lives were pretty much at stake. And so we helped evacuate a lot of our partners and their families to the US and to Canada and to other countries that would take them in just for their safety. But I got to spend time with some of our champions. We call them our champions, but they're education activists and leaders of organizations there that were focused on girls' education a couple of months ago. And I was just so moved at how, we see all these huge crises that happen all the time in other places. And, the earthquake that just happened in Turkey and Syria, or what's happening in Ukraine, or what's happened in Afghanistan. And it's, we see like the big headline stories and these big numbers of people that might have moved or lost their homes. And then spending time with people who have actually gone through this, it's like you sometimes forget the human story behind, like, you have to find a new home and you don't know anybody and you've got to enroll your kids in school in a place that you don't speak the language and you don't know the norms, and, trying to stay positive and true to, making sure your family is in good hands and is safe, but also feeling so connected to the place that you left because that's your home, but you can't go back. And so I've just been so moved by the time I spent with them. Many of them are resettled now in Canada and have, restarted lives there with their families, but their hearts are so in Afghanistan. And I think anybody who is passionate about a cause knows that like you just don't let go of that cause because you're not physically there anymore. And so they are so even more sort of determined now to make sure girls aren't left behind in Afghanistan and that the rights and laws really change so that they can be allowed to go to school and be allowed to move around and leave the house and do all the things that we all get to do so easily and seamlessly. Right. So I've been so moved by their resilience and their passion. And, it's amazing to connect with people and understand how resilient they can be in such difficult times.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't even imagine having to be relocated from my home, and it's like starting a whole new life. So yeah, I agree. I think it would be absolutely incredible to witness that kind of resilience, like you've been saying. Now for us on the other side of things who want to support, want to be a part of the help and help make some changes, what are your suggestions of things that people could do?
I mean, follow us on social media, follow our website. We have so much good information. We have so much content to raise awareness. Assembly is a really incredible publication that we release every 2 weeks. We have girls from all over the world, hundreds of countries, submitting stories about their lives and their experiences. And I think, a lot of times people talk about girls, but we don't actually listen to girls or hear from them. And so Malala Fund is really it's a cool channel to try to get access to, like, girls are incredible leaders already. Girls have incredible ideas. They're doing really great things, and they're sometimes this like forgotten portion of the world. And young girls can be like the setters for our future. They can change things. They can shape it. And so, whenever you can, give girls a platform, give them a voice. Listen to what they're saying. They know what their lives need. They know what they want. They have, so much leadership potential to address all of our challenges, from like climate change to conflict to anything. So I encourage you to sort of read more from girls, engage more with girls, see girls as leaders, no matter how young. Girls have the ability to do anything and everything. And Malala Fund sort of at its core believes that and wants to amplify girls' voices so much. And so much in the spirit of, how Malala started. And she's not a child anymore. She's an adult, but still so much believes in the power of teenage girls and young women to really shape the future. And so that's sort of the spirit at which we operate.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. And for those who are wondering, it is malala.org. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, you're right.
I've said this enough times. Malala.org. Please check out those assembly stories. They're really wonderful. Do you have any favorites you'd like to share? Just maybe example or two of some of your favorite assembly stories.
I remember there was a really cool one on martial arts. There's a really cool one about a robotics team. There was one about menstruation and like normalizing the conversation around menstruation. There were some around girls activists at different climate conferences and like what they thought, how leaders failed them and how they want leaders to step up and like really hold them accountable. I mean, the topics are so vast that no matter what your interest is, I'm sure you'll find something that resonates with you in some way. And our social hashtags are at Malala Fund.
Awesome. There you go, at Malala Fund. So please go check all that out. Go check out the socials. Now, when it comes to like working with Ossa's Frame Fatales, like I'm curious to see like if you have any personal goals that you are hoping for with this event, or just working together, or your experience so far.
This is the coolest community ever. I cannot tell you. I love you guys so much. You show up for us so much. It's so clear how much you believe in girls and like feminist values. And it's just, you guys are the coolest community. I really cannot say that enough. Like we feel so honored to be partners with you. We feel so honored that you guys support us and that your community like rallies around us so much every year. And it's just like, I cannot tell you, you are our most fun donor.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate that. I'm sure all of us here, everybody at home hearing that, like that's directed at you as well. Like that's amazing. It's pretty fun being a gamer. Do you have any experience playing games yourself? Like what's your gaming history?
I went through a pretty intense Halo experience during college. I went through like probably a 4-year phase. I guess it was like high school and college. I loved playing Halo back when like you would set up like 4 different TVs in a room and like play live with like your friends in the room. So yeah, that was kind of and then I did like GarageBand every once in a while, but I loved Halo. It was like, I think it got out some of my frustration in life as a teenager, but yeah, it was super, super fun. And now I don't have any gaming consoles or any ways to play anymore. And now all I want to do is hide from my kids and play.
Yeah, right. Well, the Switch is very portable. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
It has a lot of stuff on there. So I don't know. There's so much out there, and gaming has been like really, it's interesting. Like for women on our side of things, it's been a gateway for women to come together, especially into this community, and to be able to promote all of that support. And that also happens within speedrunning, and so it's a really good combination of both. So if you've never seen a Halo speedrun, definitely recommend checking them out because they're very cool.
Oh, I'm going to.
Plus, we have a bunch of amazing speedruns coming up this week. So you all at home, please make sure you stick around, check out all of these wonderful runs coming up by all of these wonderful women. And you have a wonderful cause to support. You've heard a lot of details here. Now, before I let you go, Lena, because I know you have a very busy schedule, I just wanted to see if there's anything else you wanted to share. Any kind of final thoughts, last words for everybody watching at home?
Just thank you so much. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for partnering with us. Thank you for believing in girls. Thank you for sort of carrying the spirit that Malala tries to set everywhere, which is that girls can be leaders and we have to help them and we have to speak up for them and we can't forget them. And I'm just so grateful that this community believes in that too. And thank you so much. Really.
So sweet. Well, yes, thank you as well. Thank you for not only chatting with me today, but for also being the new CEO and really, like, I can tell your heart is so in it and that you're going to help continue to lead Malala Fund in the absolute best way possible, making change around the world. And then everybody here, let's support those girls. Get excited for the marathon. Thank you so much again, Lena, for chatting.
Thank
And,
you. Thank you to everybody. Happy playing this week.
Yes, happy playing. Good luck to all the runners. And we're going to send it off to the first host of the marathon so they can help kick us off and get the first run going. Thanks so much, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frost Fatals 2022. My name is Tuka Base, and I am so excited to be your host for our first few runs. That being said, we already have some donations, so let's get started on that. We have $20 from Crash Test saying, "Bring on the games, everyone." Yes, I can agree with that. We also have TMSLFT with $1,000. Thank you so much. Saying, "Here's to another wonderful Frame Fatals event and supporting Malala Fund." I guess we can save some toads too. Oh yes, for sure. I hope we do save those toads. For those of you that don't know, we do have an incentive for the very first run. We're gonna save all the toads if the incentive gets met. We need 3,000. We are at 1,560, so halfway there. We need to get that incentive met before the run ends, before the last boss. But if Luigi can save Mario, I think we can get that incentive met. We also have $45 from 8-Bit Spider Bite saying, "Looking forward to an amazing week of speedruns. Good luck to all the runners and thank you for doing this all for a wonderful cause." Thank you so much. Thank you for all your donations. And well, I think now it's time to save Mario and catch some ghosts in Luigi's Mansion 100% run by Elite Spud.